Hey guys, this is Kelly and I have another process video for you. I am doing the companion page to the Pooh page that I did. It's a couple process videos back if you're interested in seeing that. And I'm trying to do something different this year. I like scrapbooking different size photos. I like doing like the Instagram 4x4 or resizing some photos to 3x4, but I want to use what I have, and if that means using 4x6 pictures, then I want to use those and document these memories. And these pictures are from when we went to Disney in 2007, and I have been very bad and not um, completed the album, or I'm not even close to finishing. So I have made one of the goals for me this year is to do a couple of pages minimum a month just to add to this album. So I am working with the Hip Kit Club kit again for this layout, and my goal when I have companion pages is not necessarily for them to match, um, but maybe to use some of the same papers or some of the same colors, or to bring some elements over from one page to the next just to have a little bit of cohesiveness. And this layout that I'm doing, I've seen a couple different people do layouts very similar to this, and I think Shamel may have used it on Two Peas in a Bucket, but it's so easy just to go ahead and make that big horizontal stripe and then put a couple borders and then a couple of embellishment clusters, and your page is pretty much done because the pictures take up so much room on the layout. So theoretically, it could be a very fast layout for those who are interested in trying to get a couple of pages done, in a quicker time frame. So this paper right here was my absolute favorite paper from this collection, and I am fussy cutting some of the flowers out. And if you can see, what I'm doing is I'm holding my scissors pretty still, and my left hand is moving the paper so that when I'm cutting, it's me moving the paper as opposed to me moving my scissors. And that really does help with making prettier cuts and less jagged edges with fussy cutting. So if you haven't tried that, go ahead and try it and see if you like that better. It really makes a big difference for me when I do that. So I have pulled out that gray heart paper and my favorite punch. And you could see that I started a little bit off to the side, and my goal was to try to have the scallops not end at the end of the scallop, if that makes sense. I like it to be kind of in the middle, so it's a little bit more random. And I was able to do it on the right-hand side where I started it, but on the left, it ended exactly on the scallop. So you see, I just had to cut a little bit of that edge because it was driving me crazy. And at the end, I get this fixed exactly how I had it in mind. So I did put it down on the paper with a little bit of distance on each side of the border, but I am not happy with that. But I'm continuing on. And due to the magic of video, I have now fussy cut out my second flower. And you can see that that second flower is going to cover up that lower left-hand corner. So eventually I'll move that border over and it'll look like it goes all the way across the page, which was my goal. And I am just going to continue going through the die cuts that came with this kit. The ephemera pack for these for this collection, Amy Tan and even Dear Lizzie or the Maggie Holmes, they have so many pieces, and it's not like I'm complaining, but I love it. But it takes me a while to go through and decide which ones that I like and, that I want to get on this page. And I decided no on the craft because it was just too much of a jolt of color. And these thickers are just some of my favorite thickers. And I was just noticing that I had put it in the wrong package. It said Amy Tan, but these are the Dear Lizzie. And I decided that that hello is too big and that the love is perfect up top. And I like doing it up top because I usually have my titles at the bottom, and I'm trying to do things that are a little bit different, trying to incorporate things this year that aren't necessarily what I would normally do. Not to change my style, but just to broaden it, actually, to try to find different things that I can do to change my layouts up just a little bit and just to keep it more interesting. I won't say to keep it fun because for me, scrapbooking is my therapy and I love it. So I just put down the Amy Tangerine rub-ons, and I have to say that the couple rub-ons that I have used so far have been like butter. They have just been amazing to put down, and if you've had rub-on trouble, you'll understand how nice that is in dealing with some rub-ons. So I'm go ahead and committing down to the flowers, and I will put some pop dots underneath the leaves to pop them up a little bit. I like the extra bit of dimension that it gives to the page and the little bit of shadow that it creates underneath. So at this point, I am cutting out my Mickey head, and I am going to ink him up and place him in that upper right hand corner. I like to place a Mickey head as a hidden Mickey when I'm doing my Disney pages. I loved looking for them in the park and had a blast, so I thought that would be a neat thing to incorporate on the pages that I do. So these gold hearts are also rub-ons from that Amy Tangerine set, and I find one more to put down at the bottom. And I'm a dork. You see that I didn't even take the rub-on off the backing, but that just shows how good they are. It didn't mess up the rub-on at all. It stayed completely intact, and that's how they're supposed to. But I've had some that have cracked or just haven't looked exactly um, the way they should after I've done that, and I've done that more times than I'd like to admit. So these puffy stickers are from Evalicious, and I'm just trying to get a few to work on my page. And those Amy Tangerine puffy stickers I love, but oh my gracious, they are so big. I really, really have a hard time getting these on my pages. I am successful in a couple of layouts that you'll see. Um, I'm still working on the process videos for and getting some of them used, but I don't know that I'm going to be able to finish them all just because it's the size for me is just very difficult. I do much better with smaller sizes. So here I'm just going through my alphabets, just trying to see if I wanted to put like a smaller subtitle or anything else, and I decide not to. And this yellow washi tape is from an older Amy Tan line, and I wanted to bring just that pop of yellow across, and I think that the washi makes a really nice border. It's hard working though with a small washi tape in a small tight space, but that yellow to me just made the page a little bit more complete, that perfect pop of yellow. this point now, I'm just adhering my pictures down. I only put adhesive in the middle of the pictures so that it would be easier for me to tuck borders or anything up underneath the pictures that I'd want to do. And then I just adhere them down a little bit more when I'm close to being finished with the layout. So that was the one last try on trying to get the Amy Tan puffy stickers to work. And I'm going through the rub-ons, just seeing if I can get anything. And I am able to get a couple puppy stickers from the Evolicious pack. I've got that gray camera, and I will find one more. And I think that's pretty much going to wrap up my layout. I hope that you enjoyed it. And I'd like to thank you so much for all of your feedback. It is appreciated. I do read all your comments. And again, I just thank you for taking time to watch my channel. I do have some close-ups for you. And if you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks so much. Bye.